Have you ever looked at a humble can of Spam and wondered what secrets lie beneath that shiny metal lid? At first glance, it might seem like just another processed meat product, something you toss into a sandwich, or fry up in a pan when there's nothing else in the fridge. But behind its simple rectangular exterior is a remarkable story that stretches across nearly a century. Spam isn't just food, it's a cultural icon, a wartime hero, a staple in pantries from Hawaii to South Korea to the Philippines. This modest block of pink meat has made a profound impact on history, cuisine, and the way the world eats. So, before you take your next bite, join us as we dive into the unexpected journey of Spam, where it began, how it's made, and why. Despite being one of the most joked about foods in pop culture, it remains beloved by millions around the globe. To understand Spam's roots, we have to travel back in time to the 1930s, a period marked by hardship, resilience, and innovation. America was deep in the throes of the Great Depression. The economy had collapsed, jobs were scarce, and families across the country were struggling to put food on the table. In those desperate times, people needed a solution, something affordable, nutritious, long-lasting, and easy to prepare. That's when J. Hormel, the ambitious chairman of Hormel Foods, stepped up with a revolutionary idea. Operating out of a meatpacking plant in Austin, Minnesota, Hormel set out to create a new kind of food product. His vision, a canned meat that could offer both convenience and nourishment to struggling families. In 1937, after a series of experiments and fine-tuning, Spam was officially born. Made from a blend of pork shoulder, ham, salt, water, sugar, and sodium nitrate. This new invention was designed to last without refrigeration and still taste delicious. But it wasn't until World War II that Spam truly found its place on the world stage. With the United States entering the war, the military needed a reliable, protein-rich, non-perishable food source to sustain soldiers on the front lines. Spam was the perfect solution. It was lightweight, easy to transport, and required no refrigeration or dream come true for wartime logistics. Spam became a battlefield staple. It was so widely used and recognized that soldiers nicknamed it the meat that won the war. From Europe to the Pacific, millions of troops relied on it to keep them going through the toughest conditions. But it wasn't just a military marvel, it became deeply embedded in the cultures of the countries it touched. In Hawaii, Spam was embraced so passionately that it eventually inspired Spam musubi, a sushi-like snack made with rice and seaweed. In the Philippines, it became a breakfast favorite. In South Korea, it evolved into a gourmet gift, often exchanged during holidays. What started as a humble food, born of economic struggle, had become a global culinary phenomenon. Today, Spam continues to be mass-produced using high-tech, food-safe processes that are as meticulous as they are fascinating. It all begins on modern pig farms, where the animals are raised under strict regulations. Each pig undergoes detailed inspections to ensure it meets the highest food safety and quality standards. Once approved, the pork is transported to a manufacturing facility, where the transformation from raw meat to iconic canned product begins. The first step in the Spam making process is butchering and trimming. Excess bone and fat are removed, leaving only prime cuts of pork shoulder and ham. These cuts are coarsely ground in large industrial grinders, then passed through finer grinders to achieve the smooth, uniform consistency that gives Spam its signature texture. Next, the meat is measured into exact 1,000-pound batches. This precise portioning ensures a perfect balance between meat and fat, which is essential to maintaining the same flavor and mouthfeel in every can. Once the meat is ground and measured, it's time to mix in the ingredients. The meat is transferred to enormous mixers, where it's combined with salt, sugar, and water. Crushed ice is added to keep the mixture cold and prevent heat build-up during mixing, a crucial step to preserve flavor and freshness. The salt enhances the taste and helps preserve the meat, while the sugar adds a hint of sweetness and gives Spam its subtle golden hue. Water binds everything together, resulting in a moist, tender texture. Then comes the secret spice blend. Although Hormel keeps the exact combination under wraps, this mixture of seasonings is what gives Spam its distinct savory profile. The final key ingredient is sodium nitrate, added in very small quantities. This preservative plays a critical role in preventing the growth of dangerous anaerobic bacteria, such as Clostridium botulinum, which can cause botulism. It not only ensures food safety, but also helps maintain the meat's pink color and cured flavor. After thorough mixing, the Spam mixture moves on to the canning stage. Each can is filled with a precisely measured portion of the meat paste to prevent overpressure during sterilization. The cans are then sealed and cooked in giant steam ovens or pressure cookers. This cooking process not only eliminates harmful microorganisms but also gives Spam its final flavor and texture. Once cooked, the cans are rapidly cooled to safe handling temperatures before being sent through rigorous quality checks. Inspectors ensure each can is free of dents, bulges, or any defects. Only cans that pass inspection proceed to the labeling and packaging stage. One of Spam's most impressive features is its shelf life. Thanks to its airtight seal and preservative formula, a can of Spam can last up to 5 years without refrigeration. Just imagine opening your kitchen cupboard after months or even years and finding that can of Spam still perfectly edible, just as you left it. It's a testament to the ingenuity and effectiveness of its preservation method, which has remained largely unchanged since the 1940s. Speaking of the 1940s, there's an incredible but lesser-known story behind Spam's wartime legacy. During World War II, Hormel's Spam factory in Austin, Minnesota, became a vital supply hub for Allied forces. The demand for Spam skyrocketed, and the factory had to operate around the clock. But with so many men off fighting in the war, the workforce back home had to change. Women, many of whom had never worked in factories before, stepped up to fill the roles. These women endured brutal working conditions, long 12 to 16-hour shifts in freezing temperatures, hands raw and numb from constant contact with frozen meat, and the sharp blades of cutting machines. Injuries were common. Some workers suffered permanent frostbite, yet they pressed on. In 1943, facing unbearable pressure, a group of workers staged a short strike, one of the rare labor protests during wartime. But the government, citing the critical need for Spam on the front lines, intervened and forced production to continue. Despite the hardship, these factory workers, silent heroes in their own right, helped produce over 150 million cans of Spam. During the war, their perseverance not only fed millions of soldiers, but also symbolized the resilience and sacrifice of those on the home front. Today, Spam is more than just a canned meat. It's a legacy, a tribute to innovation during crisis, a bridge between cultures, and a symbol of perseverance through adversity. From family dinner tables to Michelin-starred reinterpretations, Spam has carved out a place in the hearts and stomachs of people around the world. Over 8 billion cans have been sold globally, a staggering number that speaks volumes about the product's staying power and popularity. So, the next time you open a can of Spam, remember that you're not just popping open a lunch option. You're holding a piece of history, a wartime story, and a global culinary phenomenon. Behind every slice is a tale of survival, innovation, and the tireless work of those who made it possible. And while its shape may be rectangular, Spam's story is anything but square. If you found this journey into the world of Spam as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We've got plenty more captivating food stories coming your way. Until next time, keep exploring the extraordinary within the ordinary.